day to be alive and kicking.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
If I just threw out any kind of national holiday, you'd have a voice for it?
I don't know.
Because like St. Patrick's Day is easy for you.
Yes, senor. It is easy. But you want me to go, oh my goodness.
Because you're the
Man,
man.
the time in the morning to tell you that. There we go.
You're the man of 1,000 voices.
Basically, I don't know about 1,000, but I'll try to get it up just a wee bit for you there.
And then you slowpoke Rodriguez on Cinco de Mayo. That's my favorite cartoon with Speedy Gonzales and so Sylvester's looking for Speedy.
Speedy never
And
happened.
so he goes and there's these two rats laying against the side of the wall and he goes, hey, where's Slowpoke Rodriguez? Why you look for Slowpoke, senor?
Why you look for Slowpoke, senor?
He's Speedy's cousin. He knows where Speedy Gonzales is. I need to speak with him.
No.
Slowpoke Rodriguez is just around the corner, sir. And so he tears up and they go, so, senor. And as they're saying, senor, you hear this loud explosion. Boom!
Yeah.
Sylvester comes back and he's got this gunpowder all over his face and everything. They go, that's what we tried to tell you, senor. Slowpoke Rodriguez, he pack a gun.
Yeah. He don't have to run. He back
He pack a gun. So, you got any plans for Cinco de Mayo, or you just
Today,
Yeah.
work.
that's it?
That's it. I got work here, work at home, work.
Studio's coming along very well, though.
Very, yes, thank goodness for our engineer.
Studio's coming along
And the rest
very
of the
well.
crew that's been put in. Two men in the truck. Gotta give them another shout out for all the coordination and logistics that they've done here. So yeah,
That's a little bitty fuel truck right there.
that's a little bitty planes maybe.
Enough.
I would say that could be jet fuel, JP5 maybe. I don't know.
So,
No,
I
jet
learned
fuel A over there.
I learned something this morning.
What did you learn?
Not to mess with the locks on the automatic door.
Yes, don't miss. Thank goodness. Tom, all you have to do is hit the switch, and then the door's sitting there. I can't open. If a door could talk.
Because the doors were unlocked, but they weren't turned on.
Right, and then
I locked them, and then you turned them on, but they were locked, so they weren't going to open.
That's right. They were saying, "Help me!" Luckily, a fellow tenant in the area walked in and said, "Did anyone twist this?" And the first thing that came to my mind was Tom Schmitz.
Oh well, I own it. I went over there. They looked like locks. I thought, turn them, they'll unlock the door.
No.
They did not unlock
No,
the door.
no.
I actually had locked them back.
Yes. When you hit the automatic lock, they lock. But you decided you were going to do it manually and override everything, and
How'd that work out for us?
it didn't work out at all
No.
until the tenant came in and says, "Oh," and he was very polite, And I said, "Well, I have an idea who did it, Tom."
Yeah, well.
And there you were.
Believe me, I did it. I'll be the first to admit it.
Luckily, we got it squared away for Career Source to come in, and on top of the world, they're coming in next week. You said.
Yeah, Robert Colon was not able to come in this week. Said he would be here next week.
Okay.
There's a Learjet about to take off, or it's taxiing out. It's not about to take off.
There's a lot of them out there. Remember that.
I know. I get. It's hi Joe. How squirrel?
Squirrel. Yeah. It's amazing the equipment that has been installed here that is being used where it used to be by hand. There's like a little hand jack and you move the plane around. Now they sit or they stand and they drive. And they
I want that little cart that was just drove
and
by.
that's why I said that.
Because that's the one that hooks the plane and drives. I want that
The
cart.
little trolley.
Yeah, can I have that cart?
No. You should see the one on an aircraft carrier. It's about the same. Well, it's a little thicker, a little heavier, logic, but it's lower. The man actually sits low.
Really?
He doesn't stand. He sits low.
Well, yeah, so he doesn't get clipped by the wings or something when the plane takes off.
Well, he has to fit in the places that there's room here on an aircraft carrier. Space is a premium, so everything fits in the right spot, what do they say with your tools? Right, everything for a place.
A place for everything.
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine that was.
There's number two.
I had a friend of mine that was in the U.S. Navy. My buddy Billy that was in the U.S. Navy, and he was assigned to the Nimitz. Is that a carrier?
Yeah, that's a carrier.
Okay. He was assigned to the Nimitz, and he said the most harrowing thing that he said the one thing you never wanted to be around
What?
was when one of the cables snapped.
That kill you.
Yeah.
There's no. It will
He
kill
said
you.
that's why there's holes in the deck and everything that people get in and they level up.
There's not holes in the deck. It's called a catwalk all
Right,
around the deck.
right. But it's lower, so you can get low in places.
I've never seen that.
No, but he says there are safety areas.
Oh,
you
there's
get,
safety
so
areas.
the cables won't get you because the cable will kill you when it snaps.
Oh yeah, but to make one of those snap, I've seen the cable. The cable's about 3 inches around, yeah, about 2, 3 inches round, and it's heavy. And-
Right, but they're stopping planes that are coming in hot.
Oh yes, oh yes, yeah, and that's just coming in. Going out, it's a catapult,
Right.
gas, steam powered catapult that goes whatever length it's calculated to go, and at the front of the jets there's a hook, and it hooks at the catapult and it hooks at the jet, and you're saying, well, what releases it? You know, it just go boom, and it stopped. Well, there is, for lack of words, a miniature dumbbell.
Right.
And that dumbbell has been manufactured for a tensile strength. Tensile strength is what means when it breaks. It will break at X amount of pounds. So when that jet gets yanked, at X amount of pounds, that thing snaps, and then the jet goes.
Catapult.
Catapults it off.
Because it's gotta go from 0 to flying in a very short period of time.
3 seconds, 4 seconds.
Right.
I don't know how many G's that pulls, but I mean, every pilot is, well, they know, but their head has to be behind, otherwise they'll snap your head off.
Right, and they go off and straight up.
They go, no, they don't go straight up. They go off, and then sometimes you don't see them because they go down and then they come
Really?
up.
Really?
Yeah,
Gotta buzz
I
the
never
water.
I never seen one go off the carrier and go straight up. Then they go and they the pattern of it goes up. But I've seen some big ones. This is during Vietnam, and we had one of the fastest that took pictures, and it was gone. It was gone. But there was all types. During my stint in the Naval Air, our squadron was they called the Argonauts. That was our like Jason.
Were you
Argonaut.
Jason or were you just Argonaut?
I was just an Argonaut.
Oh.
I was just an Argonaut. But we flew A7s, and if anybody is familiar with the car museum in Bellevue area, what's it?
Don Garlits?
Don Garland's. You'll see mounted in front of that. It's an A7.
That's an A7?
That's an A7 from 1966.
You know,
I think it is. And you can buy them. You can still buy them if they're
Right.
out there. They're gutted out and everything, but they will deliver it and mount it on like he has.
And they can, they were a very agile plane.
Yeah,
They were a really agile plane.
they were. We lost our CO in Vietnam. He got shot down. Never heard from him again. That's still. You know, a lot of COs you don't interact because they're up there in rank. You know,
Right.
rank has privilege and what have you. But a short story. I used to ice skate a lot. No matter where I went, San Diego, and I was stationed in Lemoore, California.
Yeah, because you're a big hockey goon. You would have been a goon in the hockey game. If
Yeah, I
you-
didn't like to play hockey, but I wore hockey skates.
Right.
And I would find, I think it was in Fresno, the ice skating rink. And one weekend, I had the weekend off, I went in there and I got a ride from one of the fellow guys, and he decided he was going to go AWOL. So I'm stuck in Fresno, which is umpteen miles from Lemoore.
Wait. Your buddy takes you to Fresno,
And then he decides he's not going
which
to go
is
back.
way off base,
Oh yeah, it's off base.
and
yeah.
then he decides, I'm not going back.
Yeah, he just.
So you're stranded.
I'm stranded on a Sunday morning. Remember it well. I wore cowboy boots with double socks because I was going ice skating. Got to the ice skating rink, and this is cherry on the cake. Got to the ice skating rink, and it was closed to the public because the man that owned the ice skating rink was having a wedding for his daughter there.
So
now I hung around all day Saturday with him and watched him party, made a fool of himself and everything. I didn't party. I wasn't in the mood that night. And I stood overnight, slept on a big chair in what house, I don't remember the house, but it was in the neighborhood. But I remembered where the highway was. And it was a Sunday morning. I woke up, I thanked him, washed my face, got dressed. I never undressed.
did he inform you on Sunday morning he wasn't going back?
Saturday night.
Oh, Saturday night.
Saturday.
The party he didn't want the party to end.
I guess not. So I said, well, I'm not taking a chance, you know. So I started walking. So I walked through the neighborhood. There was back then there was a small neighborhood store, and it was open Sunday morning.
Right.
So I went there, got my milk, got my snacks. You know, I loaded up with food in my pockets and everything.
Certainly.
And I'm going to walk back to the base.
And how far is the base from Fresno?
I don't recall. But
What-
it was more than 10 miles
Right.
or something like that. I don't know.
So it was near Fresno, but it wasn't. It
You
was
can look it up.
10, 15 miles from where you were.
Maybe more. I don't
What
know.
base was it?
Lemoore, California.
Lemoore, California. I'm gonna look it up while you're talking.
Okay, it's Lemoore Naval Air Base, yeah, or NAS, to Fresno. And the only way I knew how to get there there was back ways to get there, back roads to get there. I didn't know any back roads. So I just kept walking through this neighborhood until I came upon the highway. And I knew which way, the direction of the highway towards the base was. So I just broke the law and walked on the highway, not thumbing a ride. I was gonna, because that's the only way I knew how to get back there. And as I'm walking, this pickup truck zooms by and then semi-slams on the brakes and swerves to the right and puts it in reverse and comes towards me. And by then, I was walking in, and every time remember, this is summertime in
Right.
California, so it's hot. So I already figured that every time I walked under a bridge, that's where I was going to take a break in the shade, and then continue on. It didn't matter. I had 12 hours or 20 hours to get to the base, so I wasn't, I figured I could make it. Well, lo and behold, there was our CO. He spotted me. He recognized me because I was in his company. He backed up and he picked me up. Here's the CO of our air wing picking me up, and his name was Wilkinson. I don't remember. I just called him.
And you were there,
Sure.
When were you there? 68?
No, 70.
70.
Sorry, 71, 72, 73.
So the base was only 10 years old when you got there, because it was built in 61, and it literally is in Lemoore, California,
Yes.
26 miles from Fresno.
Oh, there you go. Oh, there. I was going to be walking for a while.
It's in Fresno County, but it's still 26 miles from the city of Fresno.
I was in the city. I was in the city, but I didn't care. I was young. I had no other way to get in there.
It actually splits two counties. It splits Fresno County, half of it's in Fresno County, and the other half is in, where is it here? I had it right here. Fresno County and King County.
King County. There. So all I knew was I was going to get there. And he asked what happened. And I said, I think someone's going to go AWOL. I don't want to mention his name just in case he changes his mind.
Because he still had time to come back to base if he changed his mind.
Oh, he had a car.
Right.
I didn't. So he dropped me off right in front of the barracks. I thanked him. He says, "Have a good day." And he of course, more. I had respect for him anyway, but this was just cemented.
We're all dying to know. Did your buddy change his mind and come back?
Yeah, he
You
did.
know he was.
He did.
He
He
came
sobered
back.
up and came in. Boy, was I mad at him? Was I mad at him? Holy, yeah.
Oh, I bet that wasn't a fun Cinco de Oh, wait, so it wasn't Cinco de Mayo.
No, it was down the mind. But yeah. He got my Italian up. He got the Ralph of Joe.
I'm sure he. I've seen that.
No, you haven't. You've seen me agitated.
I've seen you agitated.
Agitated, not mad.
I've seen you agitated at me before.
We'll see it again probably.
Oh,
Now this morning.
today.
This morning I was a little agitated with you. If you don't know how it works, don't touch it. Write that down.
If you don't know how it works, don't touch it.
That's it.
Well, if that's the thing,
We're in deep trouble.
never mind. I was going to tell you something about when I was 10 years old. Never
No.
I didn't know how that. I didn't know how that worked.
But you found out, didn't you? That's okay. 10 years old.
11, 20. Who knows? Who knows?
You were a young lad.
A young lad.
That's it.
Yes.
So that's my story. Going to Lemoore, in Lemoore, California. San Diego, I was stationed there for a little while in training. And over there, San Diego has an ice skating rink.
Yes.
And back then, I was more adventurous. So I found out where it was, and from the base, I got on a bus, got on a transfer, got on another bus. Took me 3 buses to get there.
But you got there.
Every Saturday. And I went ice skating every Saturday, except for the couple of Saturdays that I went to Disneyland.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, I want to get your take again on how important and how good a job 2 Men in a Truck did.
Excellent.
We'll do that next. This is 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
WOCA. Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly ourselves and never have to to deal with this mess again.
Right. No long lines, no full body groping security, no baggage checks.
Not to mention never losing your luggage. Remind me again why we haven't done that?
Well, we're idiots.
Oh, right.
Attention all passengers for Flight 1370. It looks like the plane is going to be delayed a little bit longer. The airline has lost the pilot's luggage. Isn't it time you got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you've earned it. Call today.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food